As of this morning, summer officially over. It's time for autumn football, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25.
They started on the ground with Eckler. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. They'll take that, 14 yards on play number 1. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
Here we go. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Ready? Now former 6th-round pick, it's Elijah Mitchell.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here we go.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They're going to look to throw. He'll get this one to Cup, complete.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double-team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. Room here to run. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. A nice run by him, don't get me wrong, but the blocking up front was a thing of beauty.
I think for an opening drive, how about that for an exclamation point? Just what you said. Good blocking, good vision, and he accelerated to the end zone.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And the Chargers grab the 7-0 lead. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And some room to run now. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Another run with McAllister. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. Well, this defense for the Chargers, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. And
he fires one that's intercepted. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week. And you can't do it all on one throw.
This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. They go jet sweep here with Williams. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown.
Mike Williams, his first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Chargers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away.
He will return this from...
And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We got to get it back.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
So certainly a defensive mistake here in the first quarter, getting hit with a roughing the passer call.
And that hurts not just because of the yardage you gave up and give him a fresh set of downs, but that brought the home crowd into this one. And when you go on the road, your job is to silence the crowd, not energize them.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
On play action, they'll throw. Escaping the pressure right. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. And since they still have 10 yards to go, they'll just say, let's roll this over to third down and decline it.
Let's just be honest about it. If you can't get them off the field on 3rd and 10, then something's wrong with your defense anyway. No sense in taking that penalty.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. Rocky started throwing the football. He's missed now on his first 4 attempts.
I'm eager to see what his demeanor is going to be from this point forward, because the best ones, they missed the first 15 attempts, and they think they're going to hit the next 15. Let's see if he has that type of an attitude.
Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
They're going to run this with a tight end. And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line.
But both teams practice this situation. And this time, the guys on offense won, and in a very nice way. What a run from that position on their own goal line.
Gave them some good breathing room.
I wonder now, do you still stack the line of scrimmage, or do you play normal defense? They may have backed them off with that run.
And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down.
Okay, right?
They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. Well, they're making a real first quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
They find some open field here. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown.
Boy, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 21-0.
Chargers 21, Commanders nothing.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line.
21-0 our score after one.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Looking to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. A gain of 8 there on the play. And it's 3rd and 4 now.
I respect both sides on that play, CD. For him to be able to hold on to that football and the impressive tackle, wow.
Did you notice the look between the two of them as they came off the ground? That look did say the word respect.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. That'll go as a pickup of 8. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a first down. Again, he'll drop to throw.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers 42. 2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. Back to throw again. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
Well, we've seen a lot of mistakes here in this first half, and another there on the interception.
Yeah, they're certainly starting to pile up, aren't they? Because, let's face it, we expect a miscue here and there, but they're already down 3 scores and still giving the ball away. If they want to get back into this one, they've got to take care of the ball because right now the way they're playing doesn't say a whole lot for their chances.
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a first down. The CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary, all of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
Going up top for Kupp. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 38-yard line.
They'll look to throw again.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And the Commanders are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
They've got a pretty comfortable lead right now, but maybe a little too careless with the football that time for the rookie.
I think the key word there is comfortable, and there's 2 schools of thought on it. With that type of a lead, maybe you can take a few more chances because you have a cushion. Others will tell you, Don't eat up the cushion with careless play. He'll learn.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Derwin James with the pick.
And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. This is a counter play. Eckler. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
144 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down.
On 2nd down, here's Mitchell.
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. That'll be caught by Cup.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Complete to Cooper Cup. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and inches.
Here we go. 6 DBs on the field for Washington on 3rd down.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another first down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off. Touchdown!
Mike Williams.
Halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50.
And the Chargers are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
Extra point safely through, and a rout is on here in this first half. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away.
Taking it about the 1. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive.
And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. So the pitch and catch good for 11. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. So we have reached halftime intermission with the visiting Chargers on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin.
Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. A CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
back to throw now on first down. Over the middle, it's complete.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Complete to number 18. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 50-yard line.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by J.C. Jackson.
And the Chargers are going to take over at their own 41.
Well, I think everyone who's watching was certainly hoping to see things get a little bit better for them in this half, weren't we? But it was a downright miserable first half that's carried over with an interception to begin the second half. That's a defeated offense right there. There's still a lot of game left. I don't think that's the last turnover we're going to see today, partner.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. Oh, he's got some breathing room. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, L.A. This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the 3rd quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done. It's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And he's been a busy man. 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll go down at the 2-yard line. What a disaster there.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. Up the middle they go with McAllister. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line.
10 yards there, good for a Washington first down.
They'll run up the middle with McAllister. And he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. And my goodness, another interception. Derwin James with a pick. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes in the run game, you can make the argument that quickness beats size. And how about the example right here?
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles.
Mike Williams.
His 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year.
And the Chargers have taken a 6-touchdown lead.
The extra point up and good. And it is 42-0. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away.
Fields it right around the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He sets to fire deep. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Gets it quickly out to Marshall. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they do get this across midfield to the 49, but a small consolation prize as he's well short of the first. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Ron Rivera, the gambling type, but he comes up empty here. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. And he carries this one past the midfield stripe and into Commander territory. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Back to throw here. And his throw is incomplete. Well, at this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
And I remember reading in past history, there was a college football coach in the Hall of Fame whose nickname was Close the Gates of Mercy. Now, he wasn't really big on that. He was big on going ahead and scoring. He's got reincarnated right here. We're watching it in front of us.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. On is the Chargers punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And he'll take this in at the 1-yard line. And just a net of 31 here. 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And the Washington offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. And that's just a solid, good physical run there as he motors for 9 yards. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. On the give, McAllister with it. And some space here. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Commanders are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by Sly is up and good
as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Charger drive about to get going. They're looking at a third straight win here if they can hold on. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. It's caught on the right side, Williams. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That'll line up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
And he'll bring this one inside the 35.
221 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
In motion comes the tight end left. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Powers through it. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
And they just keep marching right along. 1st down on a pickup of 8 there.
Up the middle with Eckler. Oh, he shifts past him. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. Down inside the 10. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win him the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Just a formality now, but here's the extra point. And it's good, but it's also of little consequences. This game is over. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play, but still, all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. But I often wonder, when the game is settled and the clock is run out, do we really need to kick the extra point?
Oh, yeah. It's silly. It's silly.
It doesn't make any sense to me. I know that people have explained before, well, you got to play it all the way through. Come on, this thing is done.
Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's so many given Sunday.